So what exactly makes someone a visionary pioneer? Well, if you were born on December 19th or you know someone who was, you are in exactly the right place. We're about to decode the unique cosmic and numeric blueprint of this specific birthday, and you'll see it reveals a personality just packed with innovation, leadership, and this relentless drive for freedom. Let's get into it.
Here's our game plan for building this profile, piece by piece. First, we're going to define that core identity, the visionary pioneer. Then, we'll dig into the cosmic and numeric code that shapes it all. From there, we'll paint a really detailed picture of the strengths and challenges, see how that plays out in love and money, and finally, we'll nail down the career paths where you're just destined to shine.
All right, first up, the visionary pioneer. Before we jump into all the astrology and numbers, we have to establish this core identity. Think of this as the central theme, the heart of the December 19th personality that everything else connects back to.
So I've got to ask you directly, are you a December 19th original? Because what we're about to dive into is a really unique combination of forces. Think of this whole breakdown as a kind of mirror, reflecting that trailblazing spirit that truly defines you.
And there it is, the core archetype we've been building to, the visionary pioneer. Now, this is so much more than just a catchy title, right? It's the central identity that really informs everything else, what drives you, your relationships, even your biggest challenges. This is someone who doesn't just see the future, they're the one actively building it. Okay, so where does this visionary pioneer identity even come from? Let's decode the blueprint. In this next section, we're diving straight into the cosmic and numeric code. These are the powerful influences from astrology and numerology that come together to create this one-of-a-kind personality. First up, your cosmic signature. Being born on December 19th makes you a Sagittarius, and you're ruled by the giant planet Jupiter. Now think of Jupiter's influence as this constant pull, a pull towards expansion, towards wisdom, and maybe most importantly towards freedom. This planetary energy is the real source of your bold, imaginative, and fiercely independent spirit.
And what's fueling that Sagittarian spirit? Fire. It's your cosmic engine. It's where you get that intense passion, that natural courage, and that creative spark that just drives you to take risks and blaze new trails where other people, well, they just wouldn't dare.
Now let's switch gears and look at the numbers. Your birth date, the 19th. It has a really unique vibration. You see, in numerology, we reduce numbers down to a single digit. So for 19, you just add 1 plus 9, which gets you 10. Since that's not a single digit yet, you add its digits. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Your number is 1, the ultimate symbol of leadership, innovation, and starting something totally new.
So here is where it all clicks together. When you merge that expansive, freedom-loving energy of Sagittarius with the trailblazing leadership drive of the number 1, you get the perfect formula for the visionary pioneer. It's like each force just amplifies the other, creating one powerful, unified identity.
Okay, we've got the blueprint. Now let's meet the person. In this section, we're going to paint a really detailed picture of the pioneer, looking at both the brilliant light of their strengths and, the shadows of their built-in challenges. Because understanding both sides of that coin is the key to their whole journey.
You see, every pioneer really has two sides. On one hand, you've got these incredible strengths. You're super creative, fiercely independent, a true visionary. People are just naturally inspired by you. But on the flip side, that same fire creates challenges. You can be restless, impatient, you probably have a natural resistance to authority, and you just hate routine, right? It feels like a cage. Learning to embrace this duality is a huge part of your life's work.
So how does this complex personality actually navigate the real world? Let's get practical and move into the big areas of life: love, money, and that constant driving need for personal freedom.
When it comes to relationships, the visionary pioneer is all in. Passionate, expressive, and incredibly loyal. But there's one non-negotiable term: freedom. They don't need someone to complete them. They need a co-explorer. They need a partner who's just as strong and independent, someone ready to navigate the world right alongside them, not someone who's going to anchor them down to one spot.
So who is that ideal co-explorer? Well, astrologically, your best matches tend to fall into two camps. First, you have your fellow fire signs, like Aries and Leo, who can totally match your passion and energy. Then you have the air signs. That's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. They connect with you on an intellectual level and, maybe most importantly, they totally get and value your need for freedom.
All right, let's talk money. That visionary, risk-taking nature of yours is a superpower, but it really needs some structure to build real, lasting wealth. The path to success really involves 3 key steps. First, you've got to give that creativity a framework with clear goals. Second, find that sweet spot, that balance between your bold risks and grounded discipline. And third, focus those entrepreneurial instincts so you can create consistent income, turning those huge ideas into a stable financial future.
And this all leads us to our final and maybe the most crucial section, forging your career path. Because for the visionary pioneer, a job is never just a job. It has to feel like a calling. So let's pinpoint the exact environment where you don't just work, but where you absolutely thrive.
So what does that calling look like in the real world? Well, think about careers like being an entrepreneur, a creative director, an artist, or an innovator in tech. See the common thread here? They all demand independence, leadership, and bold action. You don't thrive by following the playbook. You thrive by writing a brand new one.
When you boil it all down, if you distill everything to its absolute core, it comes down to this. Your entire life path revolves around these 4 pillars: innovation, leadership, originality, and freedom. And these aren't just things you enjoy. They are the very essence of who you are.
And that leaves us with just one final, powerful thought. We've established your identity. You are the pioneer. So the only real question left is this: what new world will you discover?